2018 Kia Stinger car review. The good points of 2018 Kia Stinger: lively dynamics, class above rear seat space, class below price. The bad points of 2018 Kia Stinger: large means heavy, automatic only. Like Jenny's Mensch, the Kia Stinger might be a ballsy, in the cartoonish name on the swagger and their styling for the hatchback body to your rear drive platform. So is this market mission, which seems this type of stark disconnect through the cheap and chipper Kia defined by its runaway bestseller, the Soul. Likely to sell for $33,000 to $48,000 we're extrapolating, dependent on varying hints dropped by the factory reps. The Stinger takes Kia into new realms dominated by serious players like the Audi A4 and also the BMW 3 Series. What is Kia offering? A big car rolling around in its class. Firstly, the Stinger's 114.4-inch wheelbase being almost 4 inches more than that of any 3 Series and easily 1.7 inches shorter compared to a Porsche Panameras. The back seat has cross-ear legs room. Even so, the factory-stated curb weights also come in a little high, including about 3,650 pounds for just a base 2.0-liter to 3,900 to the loaded all-wheel drive version. This Kia can be daring visitors to be different, that has a hatchback body and seats which are hailed for his or her low positioning for better handling through an improved center of gravity. Needless to say, Australian journalists who have been along about the event told us that their nation is hotly anticipating the Stinger, that's seen as buying the thwatch on the late Ford Falcon plus the soon-to-disappear Holden Commodore, both large, rear-drive sedans. Well, beyond that small, strange market, the Stinger is going to be greeted mainly as a possible amusing anomaly from a surprise source. Chief designer Gregory Guillaume told us which the Stinger's styling inspiration was the Grand GTs he saw being a boy bombing around the Autoroute du Soleil towards the south of France, especially the Maserati Ghibli. You have to squint, really squint, to notice, but okay. Such dreaminess is what happens when Koreans just go hire Europeans and provides them free hand to make and develop the cars. This plus the Nürburgring, because besides Guillaume, whom Kia pinched from Volkswagen in 2005, the Hyundai Motor Group in late 2014 also lured Albert Biermann far from what has to be one on the best gigs on the market, running BMW's M-GM. Biermann says his first job at Kia became to try to fit the dynamic knowledge about the emotional appearance from the Stinger. Kia am hot to show off the fruits of the European HR initiatives has invited journalists on the ring to sample the sportiest Stinger, the twin-turbocharged GT, about the same 12.9-mile Nordschleife where engineers did some from the development work. The only problem, we got just 3 laps, 2 within a rear-drive Stinger, the other lap in the all-wheel drive model, all behind the lead car driven at 10/10 on the go signal. Which is like being motivated to make intelligent comments with regards to a car's ride and handling. We have spent 34 minutes underwater by using it. What we are able to say is the Stinger GT, which trades the bottom 255 horsepower turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-four to get a twin-turbo 3.3-liter V6 making 365 horsepower, is like a car built by people that like cars. And it's not a complete mess when confronted having a track. Quite the opposite, in reality. Considering it is a Kia, whose previous rear-drive sedan was the K900, this is large news. Biermann and his awesome boys did the most beautiful to shrink the fundamental Stinger at speed, laboring over bushing choices to have lively, reactive steering and about the 19-inch wheels using standard Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires, tenacious grip. Blessed which has a stiff structure, the Stinger needs to turn, and it also rewards your own preference to take it to some German megatrack with precise path control and neutral handling that pushes into understeer none too soon. Well, certainly for that rear-drive Stinger, which is often steered with all the throttle through its mechanically locking limited-slip differential, all of which will, we're assured, generate a fabulous drift car in the event the electronic stability control is put off. We were admonished to not turn it off, and weren't even told that there's a sport setting in the event you push the off button once. Thus, all impressions were in comfort or sport mode, in which the escape, surprisingly, mostly stays from the face anyway. The all-wheel driver is often a hair softer plus more prone to understeer, even though torque transfer strategy is biased toward rear drive. Consider the front wheels a greater portion of an assist axle for all-weather driving, that is exactly as it must be. The 3.3-liter engine, also observed in the Genesis G90, the G80 Sport, as well as the upcoming G70, that can share the Stinger's platform but that has a shorter wheelbase and different styling, serves in the sauce through an eager pull and also a baritone burble. The only complaint we had while using 8-speed automatic and its particular 3 overdrive ratios was an unwillingness sometimes to respond on the paddles in manual mode. Considering that the Stinger doesn't continue sale in the United States until early December, there's the perfect time to work out its bugs. With large, comparatively cheap rear-drive sedans, in other words supply, and also the Dodge Charger nearing the tip of a lengthy life, the Stinger offers to be a satisfying niche filler through the most unlikely of sources. We eagerly await additional time in it as well as a chance to drive it at normal speeds.